All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Late Night Crypto Talk. Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. Go ahead and type in the chat box where you're listening in from. As a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share a suggestion, and it is up to you to make an informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. All right. Yeah, we are doing a special late night crypto talk so I can stay informed and what's going on in the crypto space, the crypto world. We had a lot of news from this morning and a specific topic since we dropped the Metaverse courses this month about all aspects of our lives will be in the Metaverse one way or another. So welcome. I see you guys. I see you, Neil Brooks, Prelvis Lofty from Corpus Christi, Texas. Marnie DaCosta from Colorado, DJ from Colorado, Gina Muhammad, Philly, Nathan Hansbarger from Las Vegas, Linda Wright, Virginia, Martha from Cancun, Elizabeth Peterson from Durham, North Carolina. Good evening. I promise we're going to keep this short and sweet tonight, guys. I'm not taking up all of your Saturday night. So let me go ahead and jump into this and share screen. All right, that screen. And before I go into this, we got to look at the market this evening. What is it doing? We went on a run for the last 24 hours for crypto. All right, crypto market cap is sitting at, that's what's finished just loading up. I see Bitcoin's price at 20,780, up 22.6% on the week. Ethereum is up 21% on the week. Up 4% in 24 hours, over $1 trillion. So it's kind of flatlined in the last hour or so, almost down 1%. Ethereum is down 1.5%. Yeah, come on down a little bit more. We did not get our Ethereum tokens that we wanted on time. So yeah, come down a little bit and then go back up. All right, so let's go talk about government enters the Metaverse. How's the rain? Yeah, it's been raining hard all day. Still raining out here. It's going to rain hard today and tomorrow. California, we don't know how to handle rain. Okay. In brief, and I covered this kind of this morning, the Metaverse Continuum, and this is going to be a new term I was not familiar with. I don't, even when I did my courses, I don't ever remember coming in contact with this term. Metaverse Continuum is where many of today's emerging technologies are converging, including extended reality, AI, blockchain, IoT, and more. This new frontier of technology will redefine how all enterprises will operate, including the federal government. This world is actively being shaped. Bold agencies can embrace these technologies now to set the standards and transform mission execution. Explore 4 building blocks of the Metaverse Continuum with analysis from 20 plus experts and survey data from 200 U.S. federal executives. So are you still in doubt that this is going to happen? Government already preparing for it. In May 2022, 2 contractor pilots, each flying a Berkut 540 aircraft, entered a section of sky over Ventura County, California, that took on an added dimension. They had just entered a nascent military metaverse called the Combined Augmented Reality Battle Space Operation Network, called Carbon. Now, I got to tell you, virtual reality and this stuff, the military has been using this since the 60s. This is not new to them. So they got something called Carbon, Combined Augmented Reality Battle Space Operation Network. Outfitted with customized augmented reality headsets, the pilots could see each other from their aircraft as they flew, but they could both see something else as well. A virtual Boeing KC-46 Pegasus tanker. Oh, so that was going to what? Refuel in air? Flying in formation with them. Each could see the same virtual tanker, but from their own perspectives, based on their precise locations in the sky. While one pilot performed a refueling training mission with the virtual tanker, the other pilot observed it in real time. So, all right. So I want you to picture this. All right. Both pilots got something like this on, except it's a full pilot's helmet. They're flying in the sky in their aircraft. There is no virtual tanker right there. But with the headset on, they both see the virtual tanker but from their different perspectives. It's not really there, but in their headset, they can see it. So now they can act as if they're refueling their plane. While one plane is actually doing the refueling, the other pilot can actually see it happening, even though there's no real plane there. You guys getting this? Talk about the ability to train like this. This was a notable accomplishment. It was the first time that multiple live aircraft were connected into a common AR environment. This is clickable. Why? What is this going to lead me to? Red 6 completes first augmented reality training mission with multiple aircrafts. It's like, okay, you guys remember Pokemon Go? That was like the rave a couple years ago, and people were stopping in the middle of the street, getting out their cars into the park, chasing the freaking virtual Pokemon. Their apps, all the apps saw the same Pokemon, even though it's on different devices. So this is what they're saying in the military for the aircraft. Okay. My dad, I gotta send this to my dad. He's going to think that's so cool. Never has it been possible for multiple pilots to communicate simultaneously in augmented reality like this, said Brandon Harris, a test pilot for Red 6, the Florida-based company that performed the demonstration. He added, one day, this training will produce the most elite warfighters in the world. Think of Top Gun. How many of you guys have seen that movie? I love the first one, and I thought the second one was not as good, but was great. Can you imagine training where you don't have to risk the pilots' lives like this in the real world? Huh. What if they were doing real world dogfights with your augmented reality? But you're in the real sky. You're not in a what do they call a simulator? You're not sitting in a simulator. You are actually in the cockpit flying, and your squadron all has the AR, and the enemy is approaching. Now, there is no real spacecraft up there, but all of you guys with the AR, you see it because it's the program, and you engage. Oh, that's. I want to do that. Impressive as this was, it's nothing compared to what trailblazers in this space have in mind for the not too distant future. Visionaries like Daniel Robinson, Red 6's co-founder and CEO, see this new half-real program, and you engage. Oh, I hear myself. What the heck? Oh, that's. I want to do that. Okay, there we go. All right. Visionaries like Daniel Robinson, Red 6 founder and CEO, see this new half-real, half-augmented 3D environment, eventually filling up with legions of very real warfighters from multiple services, all training. Let's see, hold on, let's go. Multiple servers, all training and wargaming and mission planning together. We are thrilled that our thesis has been validated, and this achievement is a major step forward towards the creation of an outdoor military metaverse in which all warfighters across all domains can train together. Elsewhere in California, San Diego County is using the Accenture virtual experience solution. Okay, I'm going to look. What is that? Caseworker training reimagined, turning virtual experiences into expertise. Government-funded benefit programs play a crucial role in society, ensuring that people in need have the necessities such as housing, food, and healthcare. Yeah? What does that have to do with this? Let's call for change. Caseworker training reimagined. To train eligible caseworkers so that they can feel confident on a day-to-day basis. The goal was to create a new learning module for the Avenue S program that focused specifically on eligibility. New eligibility workers were not able to shadow seasoned caseworkers or experience the nuisances of an eligibility interview in person. They were missing essential de-escalation techniques. So they can experience what the caseworker is doing in real life without them having to actually be there because they got the goggles on. When tech meets human ingenuity. Translating virtual experiences. Avenue S is an interactive virtual reality training approach that uses immersive storytelling and experiential learning to reimagine strategies for staff development, screening, and recruitment across human services. It's a learning platform that simulates real-life situations caseworkers face in the field and office. You guys remember when we did education in Metaverse last Sunday, and we talked about the kids in the classroom, and they all got their virtual reality headsets on, and all of a sudden the whole room transforms, and they go back in time to the Greeks in a village, and they can see it like it's real time. Same scenario here. This is interesting. If you guys ever studied flight when airplanes were made for the first time, and they were trying to train pilots in the newly formed Air Force, the problem was that they were losing more pilots than they could even recruit because of all the crashes and the dangers of flying. And so they came up with a simulator of sorts back then. But it wasn't a simulator like you think today. They just created a fake plane, had it tilted up, and that it can move all the things, and they trained pilots in that so that they didn't lose pilots before you could even become a pilot. That's what they're doing here. So would this count? You know how they say, oh, this pilot has 2,000 hours of flight time, 24,000 hours of flight time. Well, what if they've got it in the simulator or AR? Does that count? Let's go back to this. What's the government doing? So they're using this to train caseworkers how to work with families to determine their eligibility for various benefits. Here's another thing they do too with this. I see this. Anybody ever watch Star Trek again? I got to go back to Star Trek. There's a program that they call anybody that wants to become an officer training program. And the officers have to go through into the holodeck, and they have to go through pre-war game scenarios. And I cannot remember that last one, the Kyber scenario or something like that, where it's a no-win situation. You don't come out of it alive. It's designed to stress test you as a captain, the decisions you make, that you can't save everybody. There's going to become sacrifice. But you can go through that without losing anybody because it's a simulation. Now they're bringing this down to real world for us. By creating an immersive virtual experience complete with frantic parents, distracted children, and ringing telephones, caseworkers can develop new interviewing skills, such as de-escalation techniques needed to manage potentially stressful situations. So can you imagine a caseworker going into a home and it's a single parent? I'm not going to say mother or father, single parent. And there's 3 or 4 kids running around and a baby. And the bigger kids are screaming and jumping and throwing things and fighting with each other. And you're yet telling them, the parents telling them, sit down, quiet. I'm trying to go through this interview. Kids ain't listening. Baby screaming for some food. The phone keeps ringing. One child keeps calling, Mom, mommy, daddy. And the caseworker's there trying to ask questions. And the parent is getting more stressed. You guys get the scenario, right? So as a caseworker, how do you handle that situation? So the results, over 90% of participants say the training improved their skills in engaging individuals and provided realistic expectations of their new roles, with all saying they would recommend it to coworkers as a valuable training approach. Welcome to the Metaverse continuum. That's right, Prelvis. Surgeons being trained in the Metaverse takes the term dissecting something into a whole new meaning. This Metaverse continuum is where the real meets the unreal, the physical meets the virtual, and the authentic meets the synthetic. It is a world that holds enormous possibilities because it is where so many of today's emerging technologies are converging. Extended reality, that's a term I need to remember more. We're going to see more of that. Extended reality. So you got extended reality, artificial reality, and virtual reality. Artificial intelligence, augmented reality. So artificial intelligence, blockchain, quantum computing, advanced sensors. No, we're not on Zoom. This is just StreamYard. 5G, the Internet of Things, digital twins, advanced modeling and simulation, and other advancements. Each of these individually can be considered breakthrough technologies, but when combined in various ways, they create incredible new spaces, rich in capability, that have the power to transform the world as we know it. In our survey of 200 U.S. federal government executives, nearly all, 99%, said continuous advances in technology are becoming more reliable than economic, political, or social trends in informing their organization's long-term strategy. Wow, 99% of them believe this. If some of this sounds a bit fanciful, think again. Government agencies are already dipping their toes into the future. NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, is creating a shared virtual workspace where engineers can collaborate on designing future planetary and deep space remote sensing satellites, landers, and autonomous robots. Have you guys ever heard of an app called, I think it's Night Sky? Hold on, let me pull this up. This is for those of you who are nerds. Oh, Star Walk. There's one called Skyview and one called Star Walk 2. And it is like a virtual reality type thing. You see my screen there. Well, hold on. Yeah, I did that. Every star in the universe, and I can find planets, right? Like let me pull up Mars on here. And it shows me exactly where Mars is, and I click on it. It zooms right into it. But I can zoom and rotate. This is all in real time. You see the Milky Way back there? This is in real time. We got satellites pointed at everything up there. Now, what if I had a VR headset on? And the VR headset Oh, I got to calibrate it. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Tap to enable augmented reality. Wow. Oh, wow. So you can see this. It is showing my face. Let me get out the way. So what this is doing, the augmented reality. Back. Oops, this way. There we go. So what this does is I'm able to see, like, my camera turns on, but behind my view, it's showing space, the stars. So the curvature of the Earth is right here. So if I scroll down like this, I'm looking at my ground, but this actually sees through the ground where the planets are, where they're positioned at any given time. Oh wow. There's SETI. Like I said, I'm a nerd with this kind of stuff. What's that name again? That one was called Star Walk 2, and I paid one time $5 for no ads. There's another one called Sky View. That's good too. Like this one's called Sky View. And no matter where I turn it, I could find. Oh, there's the moon. Why is the moon way down there? It's nighttime. There's the moon. Looking for. Oh, there's Saturn. Oh, Saturn's right there. What I don't know, another time, ask me this, and I'll pull this up on my computer at the same time. But I'm able to pull up Saturn, and if I turn this, you're not going to be able to see it because it's only going to show what's behind me. But Saturn is actually right there. So if I went outside my house, it's raining and cloudy right now. I wouldn't be able to see it, but I can see that's where Saturn is. Right below Saturn is Venus. Saturn's right there. Venus is right below it. Continue down. There's Mercury. Oh, they're lined up like that? Saturn, Venus, Mercury, and the moon. The moon is down there. Where's the others? Oh, there's Mars. So Mars is right there. There's your Uranus is right there. Wow, all the planets are like almost lined up. There's Jupiter and Neptune. Huh. Whoa! Jupiter, Neptune, Saturn, Venus, and Mercury. They are all lined up. Any of you guys that are astrologers out there, you know, you understand the stars. I don't know, that's kind of some funny things may be going on. So Star Walk 2 and Skyview. Those are the two I was just playing with. Augmented reality. All right. Let me go back to this. Okay, NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory is creating a shared virtual workspace where engineers can collaborate on designing future planetary and deep space remote sensing satellites, landers, and autonomous robots. More ambitious still, NASA is creating a Martian metaverse? What? NASA teams up with Epic Games to enter the metaverse with a bold challenge. This is back in June. How did I miss this? Come on, scroll. It's still thinking for me. The NASA also known is now entering the metaverse. NASA is now entering the metaverse. I might have to let me write that down. I might have to make a course on this one. NASA enters the metaverse. Huh. NASA is now entering the metaverse. They're one of the first scientific institutions rather than private corporations to do so. To enter this virtual space, NASA is teaming up with the company Epic Games. This company created the extremely popular virtual reality streaming video game Fortnite. They also recently partnered with Lego to work on developing metaverse products. Lego? What does Lego have to do with it? In teaming up with NASA, Epic Games is hoping to bolster its reputation and help NASA reach a wider audience. While many businesses are using the metaverse as a way to advertise their brand, NASA is using the virtual space to issue a coding challenge. Where's my son at? Should have told him he needs to be on this right now. A coding challenge simulating life on Mars. The Martian Challenge. NASA recognizes the potential that virtual reality simulations have for scientific research, especially in fields like astronomy. Having a simulation of galaxies or planets can cut expensive costs and valuable time from research projects. I mean, do you guys know what the hottest thing in NASA is right now? What's the biggest news about space? I'm not talking about UFOs or anything. We got a comet coming into the solar system that only comes once every 50,000 years. It's not viewable with the naked eye yet. It will be, I think they said by the 21st or something, by the end of the month. But it's going to be where its closest flyby. The last time it was seen on Earth, we were in the Stone Age. Now, what if NASA, because NASA could see it, they got telescopes zooming right in on it. What if you put on the virtual reality headsets and you're zooming in on it too? We don't have to just wait. Man. The challenge was issued on the Hero X platform, which many organizations use to crowdsource ideas for big picture problems. Hero X. Hero X. Use crowdsourcing for reliable and continual innovation. Okay. $40 million in prizes rewarded, 175 countries. All right. Using Epic Games virtual reality software, Unreal Engine 5, game developers are tasked to create a new virtual reality environment set on Mars, complete with visual assets and survival scenarios. To develop these VR environments, developers are told to add to NASA's current virtual reality simulation called Mars XR. Mars XR. Wonder what Elon Musk is doing about this. I know he wants to be the first on Mars. English. Ooh, look at this. MarsXR.io. Ooh. Oh. "20 years international experience in design and construction. Our team of talented professionals." All right. Human settlement on Mars. Experimental city. Areas under development inside the city. Residential, commercial, healthcare, educational. Oh. You would think this is a game, but this is not. This ain't no game. This is exactly what they are preparing for. What is the metaverse? Okay. But was there a video I saw up here? Yeah. All right. Let's check this out.
Millennium Architecture Research Studio is Mars Developments. With more than 20
Don't freeze up on
years in the construction business. Millennium Architecture Research Studio is Mars Developments. With more than 20 years in the construction business and well recognized with experimental projects.
So there's a low lag time on this load. So let that do that, but I'm going to see this some more here. Commercial, institutional, industrial, healthcare, recreational, cultural, sports, transportation, educational, religious, tourist, technological. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see this whole thing. I'll have to watch this one later.
It's the proposal for the first Metaverse city complex.
We'll come back to that. I'll let it keep loading.
The proposal for the...
All right, let's go back. This software already includes a basic virtual framework, including Martian weather, 400 kilometers of realistic terrain, suits and rovers, and full day lengths. To add to this, developers must create new assets that fit into one of the 5 different categories: set up camp, scientific research, maintenance, exploration, and blow our minds. The last category allows for more developer creativity and a place to show off their skills. The rest of the categories easily fall under real-life scenarios needed to live on this planet. For winners of the challenge, NASA offers 20 individual prizes totaled at $70,000. Each category offers 4 prizes, with the category winner receiving $6,000. The developers have 80 days to complete the challenge, after which they must submit what they have on the platform. I am impressed. I'm shocked how far things are coming, when most people out there still have never heard of the word metaverse yet. Contractors for the Agricultural Department's Forest Service are using AI and digital twin technologies to simulate wildfires in a metaverse to better understand their dynamics and how they can slow or stop their spread. U.S. Air Force leaders at Tyndall Air Force Base in Florida have created a digital twin of the entire base. I want to see that. This is what Interpol did the same thing. Digital twin HoloLab goes live at U.S. Air Force Tyndall Air Force Base. Look at that. See, I see his hands, the haptic technology. Soon this is going to be like gloves. The U.S. Air Force has announced that the digital twin HoloLab has gone live. Has gone live, not in development, it's live. The HoloLab displays the Air Force Base in a digital model and will facilitate integrating new planning concepts and technologies. Look at the headset. It will also help the airmen to explore the digital transformation of the base and allow facilities operators to view the real-time condition of Air Force Base assets virtually. Commenting on the digital twin, Air Force Civil Engineer Center Natural Disaster Recovery Division Branch Chief Lowell Osry said, "It is a near lifelike virtual representation of the physical world. This is the place where airmen can interact with the model using virtual reality goggles or just a good old-fashioned computer screen. It's more than a display. It is an open canvas that puts the virtual world into the hands of potential users to improve mission effectiveness and collect feedback to help improve the system." The model made its debut as part of the larger $4.9 billion rebuild schedule. The Department of the Air Force is implementing several new technologies at the base as part of the installation of the Future Initiative. I hope you guys are understanding what's going on right now. This ain't something that we can just brush off, not take seriously. Okay. So, help rebuild following the 2018 destruction of Hurricane Michael. Using a new virtual portal to access Tyndall's digital twin, planners can conduct what-if scenarios and locate and design new flight line facilities that will support new squadrons of F-35 Lightning II strike fighters due to arrive in 2023. Other governments are exploring the possibilities of the metaverse continuum as well. The city of Seoul, South Korea is creating Metaverse Seoul. Metaverse Seoul? Hold up. Oh, I do have a lesson called Cities in the Metaverse. Metaverse Seoul? Do I? I'll take a quick look. I think I did bring that up. Let's get to. I'm going to take a sneak peek. Cities and the Metaverse. My computer's going to shut down on me. It's like, you're doing too much. I got two screens running at the same time with this. All right, which one is this? The Metaverse. That's Jobs of the Future. We just did this the other night. Cities in the Metaverse. You guys getting a sneak peek right now. It's beautiful. Digital twins. City expansion. London, New York, Tokyo, Seoul. There we go. Capital of Seoul, South Korea is one of the most recent metaverse cities to announce their interest in creating a digital twin. The initial budget for the initiative has been announced as $3 million. The goal is to replicate significant tourist attractions and social hubs in the virtual Seoul world. The introduction of Metaverse Seoul is a component of Mayor O.C. Seoul Hoon's Vision 2030 goal to establish Seoul as a market leader in the emerging city sector. Residents can use VR goggles to interact with the replicas of their elected leaders in the metaverse. In the digital environment, residents will also have the option of visiting attractions and attending activities. What? So I go back to this. Virtual reality and collaboration to improve city planning, city administration, and support for virtual tourism. The city of Dubai in the United Arab Emirates has stood up a new government agency to regulate digital assets that will have a headquarters office in the Sandbox, one of the largest virtual worlds today. Who keeps blowing me up? Okay. Yes, that's a fake account. Yes, that's somebody pretending to be me. They're using my picture. They copied my site. Please report and block that. That's not me. Dang, I just added a new picture, me and my son, so I need to change that again. All right. Some of these technologies are just getting established and have much room to advance and improve for widespread commercial and government use. But make no mistake, they are advancing and rapidly so. And enterprises today should not question whether... Oh, you got Amazon delivery. What? Well, you can't get in the gate? Give me a second, guys. We don't play when it comes to Amazon delivery and stuff. Amazon delivery. Why do you hang up? All right. Some of these technologies are just getting established and have much room to advance and improve for widespread commercial and government use. But make no mistake, they are advancing and rapidly so. And enterprises today should not question whether they will be impacted by these trends, but rather how soon and how extensively. That last part. Enterprises should not question, critics out there should not question whether this is going to impact, but rather how soon is this going to impact. Yeah, so hold on. Amazon is trying to contact me. I'm trying to deliver. How do I access the address? Hold on. Got to give them my gate code. Oops. All right. It's raining now, sir. I'm not running outside. Next, here. Merging the real and virtual world for government. There's a lot of content I can play with in this. Think about those pilots conducting AR-assisted training flights. With that same technology, they can engage in other AI-driven synthetic scenarios besides aerial refueling. They can fly in formation and even dogfight with virtual AI-powered. I need to. Oh, I'm not wearing nothing. Hold up. Hold on a second. Get my son. One second. Why do you hang up on me? One more second, guys. Bear with me here. Neither of my sons are answering their phone. Oh, they're going to get it later. Oh, do you hear me calling you? Tell your brother, go check downstairs at the front door. We got an Amazon package that's coming through. And it's raining. I don't want it sitting out there on the porch. All right. Okay, so here we go. Think about those pilots conducting AR-assisted training flights. With that same technology, they can engage in other AI-driven synthetic scenarios besides aerial refueling. They can fly in formation and even dogfight. Hey, I said that, like Top Gun. Dogfight with virtual AI-powered adversary fighter jets, all while actually flying and pulling real G's. Yeah, it's one thing if you're sitting in a simulation, you're not getting the same effect by pulling some moves as if you were actually in the cockpit in the air flying. I used to play a bunch of fighter game simulations, and I don't know about you guys, but do you guys do this? If you're turning left, you actually turn your whole body left, like you're really turning left, or up and down. I ain't gonna lie, I do that sometimes. We can fly against whatever threat we want, said Red 6 Robinson. And that threat could be controlled by either by an individual remotely or by artificial intelligence. The Air Force has already recognized how transformative this kind of innovation might be. In February, it awarded Red 6 a contract to integrate its airborne tactical augmented reality system into the service's T-38 trainer aircraft. The fact that they're saying this publicly They are far advanced. They've been doing that, having this stuff 20 years plus at least. The company said it intends to eventually integrate the AR system into other aircraft, Air Force aircraft as well, including the T-45, F-16, and the F-15E. Yeah, if they got this, these are the old fighter craft that were around before this new technology. The new fighter crafts already have this stuff that's still top secret, that they're not even, you don't even know the name of them yet. They fly outside, you think it's a UFO. These anecdotes only scratch the surface of what is becoming possible as these trends continue advancing and converging. We should expect the metaverse continuum to eventually play a key role in arenas such as healthcare, engineering, agriculture, citizen services, logistics and maintenance, industrial operation. Wait, what did I say? Blockchain technology is going to disrupt every single industry on the planet. Look at this just right here. Healthcare, engineering, agriculture, citizen services, logistics and maintenance, industrial operations, research and development, environmental protection, industry oversight and regulation, modeling and simulation, urban planning, training and education, military readiness and preparation, and other traditional government mission categories. Did any of that say gaming? So for anybody who thinks, oh, I don't want to get involved in, metaverse stuff because I'm not a gamer. Gaming is one little section of it, of all of this. It is important to point out that while this may all seem futuristic now, this is already well on its way here. Seeing signals of profound change, the Accenture Federal Technology Vision found it apt to set its sights farther forward than ever before. What was 9/11? The nose of a plane cannot go through a steel and concrete building, but we saw it live. I am not going to get into 9/11. I spent years collecting data and information and conspiracy about 9/11. That's going to go down a different rabbit hole, not tonight. The 2020s will see ambitious enterprises bringing shape to these new physical and digital realities, as well as worlds co-populated by people and AI, industries made possible by new computers and more. An era of opportunity, that's where we are right now. What's the opportunity in this? How can we make money from this? An era of opportunity and caution. Yeah, I see Willie wants to go down that 9/11 rabbit hole. In many ways, the new worlds that governments and companies are starting to build have no history or legacy, no right way to do anything. This means immense opportunity, but it also means that enterprises will be pushing boundaries far beyond the reach of today's policy and regulation. This will need to be a big and early area of focus for federal agencies with industry oversight and regulatory responsibilities. And while the possibilities of these converging technologies are enormous, it is also important to point out that so too are the potential pitfalls. The metaverse continuum is certain to pose significant challenges, such as in the arenas of cybersecurity, privacy, digital identity, trust, and disinformation, to federal agencies that will require early planning and preparation. Enterprises will find themselves on the front lines of establishing trust and safety and defining the human experience in these new places. Trust will be paramount to adoption of the new experiences leaders are beginning to build. Considerations and concerns already held today around privacy, bias, fairness, and human impact are becoming far more acute as the line between people's physical and digital lives further blurs. Have you guys even thought of the concept of people with disabilities being able to use the metaverse, creating a digital representation of themselves in the metaverse without the physical limits that they have in the real world? What about somebody that can't walk or somebody that doesn't have their hands or arms, but they can get a full-time job in the metaverse? Think of what was the guy in the wheelchair, smartest guy in the world next to Albert Einstein, and I'm looking right at his face and my mind is blank. But imagine him operating inside the metaverse without his degenerative disease that he has. Huh. Thank you, Stephen Hawking. Imagine that. But what if there's going to be two things? One, you got a metaverse version of yourself, but what if they create technology that enhances who you already are on your body, wearable items? Like we're going to be part machine. I have a hearing disability. So to compensate that, I have a hearing aid. What if there was technology that was able to boost that? I wear glasses. I'm not going to get LASIK surgery, but what if there were certain contacts that enhanced my ability to see? Huh. We are Borg. It leaves government agencies at a critical moment to decide their path forward. These new frontiers of technology will redefine the entire context of every enterprise, shaping how they will operate and create value for decades to come. Those who shy away from the uncertainty ahead will soon find themselves operating in worlds others have defined. I think that's the key point I said right now. You have the opportunity to chart the course in it, or you're going to be underneath the thumb of those who do. That there's already context for us to see. It's just not been released as yet. Huh. I'm not surprised. So those who shy away from this, those are, oh, I don't believe it. Cash is king. Government's going to shut down all this stuff. The government is already in it. Bold government agencies will embrace the uncertainty and wield it as opportunity. So that's what we got to do. Where is the opportunity for us as an individual? Well, how can we make money in this? How can we be positioned in this space? Why do you think we got on the metaverse projects? One of them, the Nugent verse. Well, that's going to create millionaires in our own community. Inevitably, every agency executive will need to ask, what will my role be in this new continuum? Answering this and acting on it won't be easy. It's a journey riddled with uncertainty, well outside the norms of what most companies are comfortable with. But the chance to shape the next decade of government, to build new worlds, and to explore the brand new opportunities that these worlds create doesn't come often. 4 building blocks. Oh, wait, whoa, I read. Oh, hold on. I got stuck with me. It doesn't come often, but it is here right now. 100% of the U.S. federal executives in our survey agree that emerging technologies are enabling their organizations to have a broader and more ambitious vision. Your future is starting today. Are you ready for it? How much? Okay, I'll almost finish here. 4 building blocks of the metaverse continuum. Enterprises are starting to realize that in their drive to survive during the pandemic, they have accelerated the future. Though the challenges of the pandemic still weigh heavily on government agencies today, we are starting to adapt to our new reality, and leaders are taking a more deliberate approach to shaping what comes next. 89% of U.S. federal executives report that their organization has adapted to the disruption of the pandemic and has found a new normal. That's like when you guys had to work from home. That then became our new normal. Nobody wants to go back to the old way. In this year's vision, we explore how today's technology innovations are becoming the building blocks of our collective future. The trends investigate the entire continuum, from the virtual to the physical, across humans and machines alike, identifying where perceptive enterprises can find rich opportunity to advance their missions by uprooting themselves from today and planting themselves firmly in the future. So preview each trend below. Oh, really? I'm not. Oh, wait. What happens if I do this? Okay. Web me, putting the me in Metaverse. We explore how the internet is being reimagined. The last 2 years spurred enterprises to explore new modes of digital experience and pushed people to live virtually to an extent they never expected. Now the metaverse is emerging as a natural evolution. I like that term. A natural evolution that reconciles how the internet is designed today with what we will demand from it going forward. The advent of the metaverse and underlying efforts to reimagine how data shapes our digital experiences will challenge agencies to rethink their presence online and become a part of shaping the next platform revolution as they build new ways to connect to citizens, constituents, industry and academic partners, and their digital workforces. Oh, wow. Programmable world, our planet personalized. The value of the new virtual worlds would be capped if not for parallel changes that anchor them in the physical one. The trend to programmable world tracks how technology is being threaded through our physical environments in increasingly sophisticated ways. It projects how the convergence of 5G, ambient computing, I don't know what that is. Anybody know what that is? Type it in the chat box for me. Ambient computing, augmented reality, smart materials. That's another one. What do you mean by that? Smart materials. There's some new terms I need to know about. Ambient computing and smart materials. And more are paving the way for agencies to reshape how they interact with the physical world. As technology becomes part of the fabric of our environment, it allows us to, you guys understand that part there? Fabric of our environment. What happens in your household if you lose Wi-Fi for 24 hours? My kids freak out if we lose it for 5 minutes. They don't know how to act. So it's part of our environment. It allows us to treat our environment more like technology. That's another thing. People keep thinking about Bitcoin. Oh, it's Bitcoin's money. No, you got to look at it as technology. Unlocking an unprecedented fidelity of control, automation, and personalization. Okay. The unreal, making synthetic authentic. That is, I heard of that one, Willie. 9/11 was augmented reality. The problem with that is, like, you guys remember Coachella years ago, and then all of a sudden Tupac was on stage? Everybody in the audience saw Tupac on stage. It looked real, but it wasn't. I've seen videos from 9/11 where it looks like it's like a matrix glitch on certain viewpoints of the plane going into the building. If let's just play devil's advocate. What type of power would need to be generated and how to be able to simulate without anybody with a virtual reality headset on or anything to simulate a plane going into a building live from thousands of angles. They got videos from it on the New Jersey side. Helicopters, people on the ground, in other buildings. How do you pull that off? There was a copycat. Wasn't Israel or Lebanon, where some group did a hologram where it looked like there was a city in the clouds. And it was being projected some kind of way. And people on the ground in multiple locations saw this. It looked like, remember the movie Independence Day? And remember the scene when the spaceship is in the clouds, right? Going across the land. And then when it gets to New York and it's slowing down and all of a sudden it emerges from the clouds. It looked just like that. And it looked real, but it was a hologram. Now, 9/11 was more than 20 years ago. Bitcoin is only 12 years old. Blockchain technology and stuff. Metaverse, this is new that we know of. Who has the resources to pull something off like that? Government? Like I said, all of this stuff is not new. Anyways. The trend 3, the unreal, a trend where our environments and businesses are increasingly filled with machines that are passively human. But the problem with 9/11 is you got people that were on the planes calling their relatives while they were on the plane. How do you account for that? Unreal qualities are becoming intrinsic to the artificial intelligence and even the data that enterprises aspire to integrate into mission-critical functions. At the same time, people are coming face-to-face with bad actors using this technology, from deep fakes to bots and more, igniting a growing concern that may turn into the biggest hurdle for enterprises looking to grow their use of AI. Like it or not, enterprises have been thrust into the forefront of a world questioning what's real, what isn't, and if the line between those two really matters. Does it? I mean, that's going to be a moral question. What's real and what's not? Is real only what's happening in the physical world? Who's to say what happens in a virtual world is also not real? Can we set up a crypto wallet anywhere, or does it have to be MetaMask with the new gen sellout? We don't know yet. We got to wait for instructions. Only thing they told us was MetaMask. That's all we know. In my opinion, I would suggest everybody have a MetaMask wallet already set up and ready to go for Ethereum. I would not wait till the last minute. They're going to give you instructions on what to do. But what if you meet somebody in the metaverse? It's a real person, not an AI, not a doll, not a robot, but a real person that is living in a different part of the world. And you're interacting with them and you're developing a relationship with them. Is that real or is that fake? Have you guys ever had friendships with people you've never met before? That you met online, what I mean, but I mean physically, you never met them physically. Are the feelings the same? Are the emotions the same? Whether it's virtual or physical. It doesn't matter. It's what the brain thinks it is. If the brain believes it's real, it's real. Facts be damned. And it's already been projected that things and assets in the virtual world will be more valuable than in the real world. Yeah, didn't we just talk about them making it so that people would die when playing a game? Yeah. But this is going to bring some moral aspects to this. What did Jared Kushner say? I'm either the last generation to die or the first generation to live forever. Are we supposed to live forever? Would we end up trapping our souls if we do? When does the soul technically leave the body after death? Immediately or amount of time? Are we supposed to be cheating death in this way? What if they put us in an AI bot? Does the AI robot now have a soul? At the same time, people are coming face to face with bad actors. Oh, yeah, there's going to be a lot of bad actors using this technology, from deep fakes to bots and more, igniting a growing concern that may turn into the biggest hurdle for enterprises looking to grow their use of AI. Like it or not, enterprises have been thrust into the forefront of a world questioning what's real, what isn't, and if the line between those two really matters. I mean, Kellyanne Conway was the first to come out talking about alternative facts, because in their world, it's real. Everybody else's world is alternative facts. Ambient computing is all about AI decisions made without human involvement. Ooh. Let me put that down. AI decisions independent of human. Like what Marnita was talking about. They figured out the AI created their own language to talk to each other because it was more efficient, the language they created. And then the fourth one, computing the impossible, new machines, new possibilities. We are on the precipice of resetting the boundaries of traditional industries as we begin trend 4, computing the impossible. The outer limit of what is computationally possible is being disrupted as a new class of machines emerges. Quantum, biologically inspired, and high-performance computers are each allowing federal agencies to tackle grand challenges that once defined and shaped the very core of their sectors. As problems once considered impossible become ever more solvable, government leaders will be pushed to reimagine some of the most basic assumptions about their enterprise. We stand at a unique precipice. Oh, wait. Yeah. We stand at a unique precipice in time. Not because there are new technologies to master, but rather that mission performance in this next decade will require something more than just increasing technology and innovation skills. It will require a truly competitive vision, both for what these future worlds will look like and also what your agency will need to succeed in them. Technology points us in the right direction, but the rest is up to us. Wow. I hope you guys got something from that. I did. Government enters the metaverse. That's, just read that one. I got a lot from this. The one, I don't have time to get into this one tonight, but it was top federal use cases for the metaverse continuum. I'm going to read this Monday morning. Monday morning's Inner Circle Crypto Talk. We're going to cover this. Top federal use cases for the metaverse continuum. And if you are not in the Inner Circle, if you're not part of our private ILCA community so that you can continue to get our crypto talks, then you can. All you got to do is get back to whoever's inviting you to listen to me tonight. They have a link themselves. If not, then you can go to ilcasecrets.com/sales page to register to be a part of our Inner Circle Monday through Thursday. This is the type of stuff we cover. Monday is going to be, it's looking like it's going to be a very, very big day. One, where it's the official pre-launch of Starvara, those of you on that Metaverse project. And two, I think we're going to hear some more news about the new gym because they are past their own deadline. Today's the 14th. New Gen 1.0. Has anybody been on LBank to see if there's any new announcement on the New Gen coin? Let me take a quick look. Because New Gen coin 1.0 is supposed to go back live for trading on LBank on the 15th, which is tomorrow. But they can't do that while they haven't made whole everybody yet on the New Gen project. And they can't do that until they've launched New Gen 2.0. So look at this. Yeah, still frozen. Okay. Still frozen here. No word about it. Nothing. Any updates here? No, I don't see anything new here yet. So this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But next week is going to end up being a big week, in my opinion. So I hope you guys learned something new. As always, that is the point. What's going to happen next? Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, same time as I did tonight, I'm going to be doing my ILCA opportunity call to show you guys what ILCA is all about and how you can make a lot of money by promoting ILCA to people who need crypto education. How would you suggest we consider buying New Gen 2.0? I can't tell you that. What I can tell you is that I'm going to be buying New Gen 2.0 tokens. I am not going to be going all in with 100% from my New Gen 1.0. I would think that would be a mistake. But I will be in a large percent where if they do what I think they're going to do, I'll still have enough to make $1 million off of New Gen 2.0. But it ain't going to be all my New Gen 1.0 money. All right. And then we got the other New Gen projects as well. The Realty coin and the travel coin and all that other stuff. Ethereum will be a better investment. Long term, maybe. I believe Ethereum will be much more long term, but as far as percentage wise, New Gen 2.0 will give you a greater percentage profit than Ethereum will, because it can go literally from zero and then be worth like $50 a coin. And you end up, 9,000% gain, rather than Ethereum right now is at 1,500, and its all-time high is 4,600. So long term is Ethereum. Short term though, you can make a lot of money off of 2.0, because if that's what they're doing, they're not doing anything without planning to make a whole lot of money off of it. So I trust in their greed, so I know how to make a move. All right, so I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. There's a specific Zoom link for that. Shoot me a message, and I'll give you the Zoom link for that, and it will be streamed live publicly anyway. You can come right back here and watch it live. So with that, thank you, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow and Crypto Talk early Monday morning. Bitcoin Brandon out. Bye-bye.